सिन्दूरारुणविग्रह त्रिनयना माणिक्यमौली स्फुरत् तारानायकशेखरा स्मितमुखी मापीनवक्षोरुहा पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्। सततज्वर विषमज्वर ग्रह नक्षत्र दोषाञ्चान्या हर हर काली सर सर गौरी प्रमथम विद्ये माले माले काले बन्धे भज भज विद्ये मथ मथ विद्ये नाशय नाशय पापम् हर हर दुःस्वप्नं विध्वंसय विध्वंसय
Namaste, dear friends. A very warm welcome once again to our afternoon session of day 2. We are very happy to have with us Dr. Kuldeep Kushwaha, who has been a practicing Hatha Yogi for many years now. So Dr. Kuldeep Kushwaha completed his PhD in yoga from a prestigious yoga university at S. Vyasa, Bengaluru, India. He started his journey of yoga since the age of 14 and now has gained over 20 years of experience in learning, practicing, and teaching yoga. On a lighter note, I was telling him that he doesn't look as old as he has, as his number of years mentioned, and that is probably a credit of his regular practice of the Hatha Yoga. So, Dr. Kuldeep has several research papers on yoga and physical sciences to his credit that have been published in international and peer-reviewed journals and he has trained yoga instructors from more than 40 countries through national and international yoga teacher training courses. He has been awarded with several honors, including the Best Research Presentation Award in international conferences, outstanding contributions in the field of yoga, the Gold Medal and Championship Award for National and International Himalayan Yoga Olympiad. And he has also received the Merit Award in Top 10 All India Yoga Competitors. Currently, he's teaching at Vyasa Yoga Singapore as a yoga therapy consultant and a lead yoga trainer. So, on a personal note, what I have heard about Kuldeepji's practice is that he makes very complicated asanas look very simple in a very short while. So, I don't know how far we will be able to go into that complexity, but the session that he will present to us today is on essential hatha stretch. So with these words, please join Kuldeepji. A little information for you is that we will reserve the question and answer for the end, the last 15 minutes of the session. So feel free to let your questions come in any case, and we will request Kuldeepji to address them at the end. So with these words, enjoy yourselves, allow yourselves to breathe, stretch, and make the most of this very young and dynamic teacher that we have with us today. Thank you. Dhanyawad, Kuldeepji. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Anuradha. Thank you, Dr. Vinay Chandra and Indica Group for providing me this opportunity. And first, let me congratulate you all for this great work that you are doing by spreading this yoga and wellness to the world through this global festival of yoga on this virtual platform. It is indeed an honor to be part of this great celebration. To all the participants, let me introduce you. First of all, thank you so much for your time to join this session. The session is on some hatha stretches, which includes breath, movements, and the awareness. This integration of breath, movements, and awareness helps to balance mind-body complex, and which eventually sets the ground for the higher practice of meditation. This practice enhances flexibility in our body, it strengthens our body, it enhances stability, balance, so that we can sit in comfortable posture for a long practice of meditation. It also helps to detoxify our body, cleanses all the subtle nadis channels, the energy channels, so that the prana can flow and can promote better health. Eventually, the session will promote a positive health so that we can sit and practice our Raj Yoga or meditation without any interruption, without having achings, or without feeling uncomfortable in the posture. In this 45-minute session, which will include body preparation and essential yoga stretches through various key yoga postures in combination of breath, awareness, and some movements. It will be followed by a guided relaxation. So please do follow my instructions closely later in the sequence. We know that the balance is the key of sound health. When balance is lost, health is at the risk. Hence, it is vital to set a goal for hatha practice to achieve that balance of body and mind. Eventually, hatha yoga is the science of balance of high and ka, which we call Ida and Pingala nadis. And it is represented by sun and moon, and with a few scientific references or few scientific researches, we have found that these are also connected to our autonomic nervous system, which is the branch sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system. We know that the balance is the key. So through the practice, we will see how we can achieve that balance so that our yoga does not limit at this physical level, but it also helps us to silence the mind and promotes the practice to reach in that meditation. So this, we will start now. Let's get ready. Sit in a comfortable position. I will be going back now on the mat. Thank you, Anuradha and everyone. I hope everyone is ready on the mat now. So, first of all, we will start with a few preparation of body, breath, and mind. So please sit in a comfortable meditative posture. You can sit in half lotus or you can sit in full lotus, whichever the posture is suitable to you. And adopt a mudra. You can chin mudra on your and place your hands in your knees. Relax your whole body. You may close your eyes and go for a couple of sectional breathing to join our body and mind together. Bring your awareness at your abdomen. Inhale and expand your abdomen, chest, and your clavicular region. Exhale, release your clavicular region, chest, and abdomen. Let this breath continue and let this breath connect our body with our mind. Inhale with full of awareness that your abdomen, chest, and clavicular region expanding. Exhale, feel your clavicular region, chest, and abdomen contracting. Two more. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Beautiful. Now you can open your lotus and sit comfortably. Get ready for the practice. Please remember one special thing that we will be combining our breath in every movement, and we need to be aware of our breath and that particular stretch through the practice. So let us start stretching from the upper limbs. Beautifully inhale and bring your right arm in front of your shoulder. And slowly, gently bring your left hand behind your right tricep and stretch your arm to the right, to the left, and feel that stretch on your right tricep. And hold for 2 deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, and beautifully release. Change your arm. Inhale, left arm in front, exhale. Hook your left arm on the right hand and stretch to the right. And go for 2 deep breaths. Become aware of your breath and the stretch on your left tricep. One more deep breath in and breath out. Release. Beautiful. Gently take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Straighten your arm. Inhale, expand your chest and look up to ceiling. And breathe here. Breathe in. Feel the stretch on your chest, shoulders, neck, and face. And breathe out. One more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Release and relax. Now, shoulder flexion. Gently catch hold both of your elbows and allow to inhale deeply and raise your arms simultaneously as high as you can, and look diagonal slightly up and hold here for 2 deep breaths. Feel a stretch in your bicep, armpits, chest and sides. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly and gently release your arm and relax. Now rotate your shoulders. 1, 2, 3. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. I will go for the next stretch. Bring your right hand to your left side of the head. And gently stretch it to your right side. Feel the beautiful, pleasant stretch on your left side. And breathe in, breathe out, release. Change your hands in your side, stretch to your left, feel the stretch in your right side. And breathe in, breathe out, relax. Beautiful. Now we will stretch our neck forward. So release your fingers, hold your head at the back. Beautifully stretch it forward. Breathe in and breathe out, release. Interlace your fingers, gently push your chin up and stretch. Feel that stretch and maintain one. Breathe and breathe out. Release and relax. Now slowly and gently stretch your spine and we go for a spinal twist. Remember, the spine is vital organ in our body. It has that spinal cord, which is the extension of nervous system, central nervous system. And we know through yogic philosophy that we have Sushumna, Anida, Pingala Nadi in the same structure. So stretching the spine in its all directions, stretching up, side to side, twisting forward, backward will allow to cleanse all the pathways. So let's start by twisting first. So bring your left hand to the right knee and right hand at the back. Twist your body and look back. Beautifully inhale and exhale. Come back to center. You will go on the left side. Hold your left hand to the right hand. Twist your body and look back. Inhale and beautifully exhale. Come back. If you have more time, you can do it 4 to 5 times. Now go to the side stroke. Place your right hand right down, stretch your left arm up, flex your right leg, go to the floor and stretch your arm all the way up to your head. Feel the stretch all the way your hip to your arm and hold for one deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back. Now gently place your left hand on the left side. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Flex your left leg on the floor and allow your right arm to touch your right ear. Stay here for one deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back. Now let's raise both arms. Interlace your fingers and stretch arms on top of your head. Stretching the spine upward and then fold forward. Exhale. Let your hands reach the floor and forehead on the mat. And stay there for one deep breath. As you breathe, come up, interlace your fingers, stretch your arms all the way up your head. And exhale, relax. Gently open your leg in front. And now we will do some lower leg stretch. So we will start with butterfly. Fold both of your legs, interlace your fingers, catch over your toes, and go for a couple of butterfly moves. Flap your thighs, your leg. Nice. You can also place your hands on your knees to stretch and maintain here. 1, 2. Please do not go beyond your limitations. Respect your limitations, respect your body. If you can't stretch the feet, no worries. Be wherever you feel comfortable. Join your knees together, put your hands at the back and twist to your left and to your right and back to your center. Keep your feet width apart. Lift your buttock up and slowly stretch forward. And inhale, come back. Now, we go for the next stretch from the cat and cow pose. So everyone, I request you to come on the knees. Take one forearm distance in between the knees, one forearm in front of the knees and one palm more. Shift on your palms, separate your feet, tuck your toes, or you can relax your toes on the floor. Now go for spinal awakening. Sushumna awakening. Inhale, arch your back, look up to ceiling. As you exhale, round your back, chin to chest. Allow your spine to stretch with inhalation. Allow your spine to round with exhalation. One more round. Inhale up and exhale down. Come back to center. Now slowly, gently lift your right leg up. Take your left hand back and catch hold your right with toe or your right foot. Slowly and gently lift up your leg as high as you can. Looking front and maintain for 2 deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breathe in and breathe out. Release. Switch to your left, lift your left leg up, bend the knee, grab your left foot with your right hand. Take a deep breath in and stretch high. Look up to ceiling until 1, 2, and exhale down. Relax in child pose. Feel the relaxation. Feel beautiful effect of the stretches. Now we will go for the next stretches. Gently stand up on your knees. Bring your right foot in between your hands. Look up in head. Bring your left foot in between your hands. And bend, exhale. Now bend your knees into the Utkatta, the chair pose. Look at your hands and breathe out. Now we are all set for the stretches through the key posture. The first key posture is Tadasana, palm tree posture. Let me remind you again, I mentioned spine can have stretch movement upward, lateral, front bend, back bend, twist. So this is how we can help our spinal muscles to be flexible, and we can help our inner organs to be healthy, and we can help our certain energy channels to get cleansed and let energy flow smoothly. So let's go for the Tadasana. Keep your feet in a V shape, interlace fingers, and turn your palms down. As you inhale, allow your arm to stretch all the way over your head. As you exhale, allow your heels to come up and shift your weight on both sides of your toes. Look in the direction of your nose tail and hold here for 2 deep breaths. Remember, because of lack of time, we are just doing it for 2 breaths. You can go it for 10 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Let your awareness be on your breath and on the stretching that you are bringing on your whole body to the practice. Now, with another deep inhalation, drop your heels down, and with another exhalation, release your arms and relax. Now, keep your feet 1.5 foot apart. Keep your left hand on the left hip. You go for the lateral arch. Raise your right arm up to your head. And exhale, bend to your left. Do not change the direction of your leg, lower knees. Just stretch from your feet and stay here. You are allowed to go as much as you feel comfortable, not more than that. Stay here. One more deep breath in. And come back to center. Breathe out. Release your arm. Bring your right hand on your right hip. Stretch your left arm up. Inhale and exhale. Bend your right gently. Bring that beautiful stretch on your left side of your body. Relax your intercostal muscles, your armpit, and stay with that feeling of stretching and breathe. Now, breathe in and come back to center. Breathe out. Bring your hand back on your hip. Beautiful. Now we will go for the next 2 very essential practices, that is front and backward bending. And this is essential because the spinal movement can happen in these 2 directions also. And when you sit in meditation or when you do some posture, the spine needs a good support with these core muscles and spinal muscles. So let us activate these muscles and let us strengthen and make them flexible. So please slowly exhale and bend forward, bend forward, bend forward as much as you feel comfortable. When you reach fully down, grab your elbows and let your body hang freely down. Now breathe here and feel that beautiful stretch all the way your feet to calf muscles, your hamstrings and glutes, and on your spinal muscle. Feel that blood flow to your head region. You can gently swing to your left and right a couple of times. And now up, down a couple of times. And now slowly and gently inhale, come back. And bring hands on your hip. The thumb pressing lower back, fingers pointing forward. Engage your lower limbs, tighten your calves, thighs and glutes. Slowly and gently arch your back and look up. Hold here for 2 deep breaths. Feel that beautiful stretch in your abdominal muscles, chest, neck and chest. Feel the beautiful stretch in the spine. One more deep breath in and breathe out, come back. Relax. Relax for 2 deep breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, let's go for the next sequence. Please come in front of your mat. Keep your feet together. Put your hip back. Align your knees to your toes and raise your arms up in the Utkatasana chair pose. Look at your hands here. Hold for 2 deep breaths. Second your belly. 1, 2, and exhale. Bring the right elbow on the left thigh. Press your left thigh and twist your body. Look up. Beautiful. Hold here for 2 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel a beautiful twist and squeezing effect on your abdomen. Breathe in and breathe out. Last inhale and come up again in the chair pose. Look at your hands up again and hold. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your left elbow on the right thigh. Twist your body to the right and look up. Maintain here. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe the twist on your abdomen and the waist and spinal muscles. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breathing, go to Utkata. And breathe out. Your hands down by your feet and let your head reach to your knees. But it's not compulsory if you cannot. Stay here for 2 breaths. 1, 2. Inhale, head up. And exhale. Take your right leg back. Keep your right knee and right heel up. Now, gently raise your both arms up. Raise your arms up. Hope you are able to listen me, hear me. Hope you are able to follow me. Raise your arms up, both the arms beside your ear and look in front. You can touch your hands if possible or keep your hands apart. Never bend your left knee more than 90 degrees. Stay here. Allow your body and allow your breath to synchronize. 1, 2. Beautifully exhale. Bring your hands down and straighten your left knee. Drop your right heel on the mat and fold forward on your left. Stay here for 2 deep breaths. Feel a beautiful stretch on your inner thigh, hamstring, calves of the left side. Feel a beautiful contraction on your left hip flexor. Lovely. Now, come back here. Bring your right elbow on your left thigh. Join your palms and twist your body. Keep your right leg engaged, tight, in isometric contraction. And twist your side and look to your left. Breathe. 1, 2. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your right leg front. Exhale, head to knees. Drop your hip, arms up in the chair pose. Look at your hands and breathe. 1, breathe 2, and bend forward. Bring both of your hands by side of your feet. Exhale, head to knees again. And this time, take your left leg back. Keep your left knee tight, straight. Engage your thigh muscles, glute muscle. Keep the heel up, right knee 90 degrees angle. Inhale, raise up both the arms and hold here. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale. Beautifully. Place your palms by right foot. Straighten your right knee. Place your left heel on the floor, on the mat. And bend over your right leg. Maintain. 1. Now feel beautiful stretch on your right side, hamstrings, calves. And feel contraction on the right glute. And bend your knee again. Bring your left elbow on the right side. Give a gentle push to your right side. And breathe here. 1, 2, breathe in and breathe out. Bring your hands down. Fold your left knee and come forward. Breathe out. Head to knees. Breathe in. Drop your hip arms up. And breathe out. Relax. Relax for 2 deep breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now we start from that side. Open your right leg to the right side around 3 feet. Turn your right foot 90 degrees angle. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your right. Reach your big toe if possible. And look at your left hand in the triangle. Stay here for 2 deep breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. Come back to center. Turn your right foot in the center. Left to the left. Inhale. And exhale. Fold. Bend to the left. Lateral bend. Look at your right hand up. And maintain. 1, 2. Feel the stretch on the right side of your hip and the trunk. Take a deep breath in. Come back to center. Turn your right foot in the center. Left foot in the center, right to right. Now bend your right knee. If you have block with you, take it. If you don't have, no worries. Just try to shift your weight on the right and lift your left leg up. Keep your foot horizontal. You can keep your hand on the hip if you cannot balance. You can balance, raise your left arm up and maintain here. Keep looking in front. No need to change your head position here yet. And hold for 2 deep breaths. Breathe in. Feel a beautiful balance and stability. One more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Allow that leg to go down. And come back. Both hands on your hip. Look up, inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Slowly, gently place your palms on the mat. In between your feet. And exhale. Allow your crown to reach the floor and hold for 2 deep breaths. 1. Inhale and exhale. 2. 1 more inhale and come back. Slowly, gently bring your hands back on the heel and come up. Now, turn your left foot to the left side. You may bend your left knee. Allow your hand to adjust your block and lift up. Flex your right foot. Raise your right arm up. Keep your head in center and stay here for 2 deep breaths. Feel beautiful stretch on your left thigh muscle and feel a good stability and balance. 1 more deep breath in. Breathe out. Drop your right leg down. Inhale, come back. Turn your foot to the center and exhale. Hands on your hip. Now, we need to square our feet to the right side. Turn your right foot 90 degrees. Push your left heel back. Your hip got square to the right side. Bend your right knee and raise both arms up to form warrior 1. Make sure your right knee does not bend more than 90 degrees. If it is bending, means the distance is not enough. So you can take more distance and check it. Above your heel to knee to one line. Hip square. Both arms up. You look at your hands. Gaze at your hands. 2 deep breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And straighten your knee. Change your side. Go to the left. Again, you need to square your hip. So put your right foot more to the right, left to the left. And raise your both arms up. Look at your hands and breathe. 1, 2. Inhale and exhale. Come back to center. Now, turn left foot left side, bend your right knee and come back. Now, we'll move to the next sequence. So you can sit down for now. And we start from downward facing dog pose. So everyone, come to downward facing dog pose. Let your hand remain shoulder width apart. Feet remain hip width apart. Lift your knees up. Try to ground your heels on the mat. Lift your toes so that from heel to your hip, leg and one line. And press your palm. Point your tailbone upward so that your spine can be elongated. From here, we will go to the next sequence. So please raise your right leg up. Allow your right leg to move up as high as you can. And allow your right leg to come in between your palms. Step ahead. Drop your left knee down. Inhale. Square your hip. Then stretch your toes back. Raise up both your arms. And look up your hands. 1. Breathe. 2. Now gently twist your body to the left. To the right. Left elbow to the right thigh. Twist your body and look left. 1. And 2. Inhale. And exhale. Place your hands by your right foot. Straighten the right knee. And lift your right foot up. Head to shin. Maintain. 1. 2. Inhale. Come back. Let your right leg go back this time. You are in the plank. Hold the plank for 2 breaths to gain strength in the core and arms. Feel the contraction on your limbs muscle and abdominal muscles. Drop your knees and chest in down and inhale up to cobra. Stay here for 2 breaths. exhale to downward facing dog. Back. Raise your left leg up, inhale. Bring your left leg ahead, exhale. Drop your right knee, stretch, point your right toes. Square your hip, inhale, raise both of your arms and look up. Hold here for 2 breaths. Try to be still, comfortable, have a smiling face, enjoy the stretch, and exhale. Bring your right hand to the left thigh, twist your body to the back, and maintain here. Breathe. Feel beautiful twist and stretch. And breathe out. Place your hands by your left foot, straighten your knee, lift the toe of the left foot, and bend forward. For 2 breaths, feel beautiful stretch in your back, posterior muscles, and breathe out. Take your left leg back in the plank, hold for 2 deep breaths. Drop your knees, chest in down. Inhale up to cobra. Depress your shoulders. Allow your spine to elongate and extend. Allow your chest to expand. And exhale. Downward facing dog. Now, inhale, raise your right leg up again. And exhale, bring your right leg in pigeon position. Your foot to knee in one line. If anybody have difficulty, you can fold it a bit more like this. Or if you are not able to sit, use block to sit over. Once you have reached here, slowly bend forward and stretch your IT band and glute of the right side. Stretch your spine, bend forward, maintain here for 2 deep breaths. After 2 deep breaths, bring your hands back by your leg. Place your hand on your knee and foot and try to bend back. Stretch your spine, bend back, and maintain for 2 deep breaths. And come back. Now place your hands by your leg. Take your right leg back to the plank. Hold plank for 2 deep breaths to strengthen core and arm and knees. Knees down, chest down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale down the downward. Raise your left leg up, inhale. Bring your left leg in the pigeon in front, exhale. And slowly, gently bend forward. Stretch your body. Maintain here. 1, 2. Inhale. Bring your hands by your leg. Place your hand on the knee and foot and bend back. Arch your body, your back, and maintain for 2 deep breaths. Feel a beautiful contraction of the spinal muscles and breathe. Take your left leg back in the plank. Hold for 2 more deep breaths. Feel the strength generating and your muscles are participating at maximum. Drop your knees, just sit down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale down here. Rest here for a while. Now we go for twisted cobra. Parivrata Bhujangasana. Inhale, lift up. To loosen our spinal muscle, twist to your left and look at your left heel. And hold for 2 deep breaths. Feel different type of stretch on your anterior trunk and breathe out. Do the same on your right. Breathe in and breathe out to your right. Hold here. 2 deep breaths. And breathe out. Now bend your knees, catch hold your feet, and press your feet downward. Lift your head up and maintain it for 2 deep breaths. Feel beautiful stretch in your quads and chin and your feet. And go for the reverse stretch. Lift up and between. 1, 2. Slowly and gently go to Parsha Dhanurasana. Turn to your right side and look your left up. Stay here for 2 deep breaths. 1 and 2. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, go on your left side. Look right up. Maintain 1, 2. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, release. Place your palm by floating lips of the chest. And lift up your trunk. Go to downward facing dog. Knees down. And relax in child pose. Now we do one more back bend. Stand up on your knees. Camel pose. Very, very essential posture. Keep your hands on your feet. Thumb pushing your lower back, fingers pointing forward. Okay, tuck your toes or point your toes. If you feel flexible, you can take your hands on heels. Otherwise, just stay in the half position. Inhale. Exhale. Arch your back and look up to ceiling. Those who feel flexible, go further down. Take your hands on your feet and keep your hip push forward. Maintain here. Have 2 deep breaths. And bring your hands on your hip. Very slowly, one by one. And bend forward again. Relax in child. Now, slowly and gently lie down your back. We will go for the restorative posture. Gently lie down your back. Shavasana. First, we will go for shoulder stand. Sarvangasana. Make sure you do not do it with jerky move. Allow your muscles to lift your leg and your trunk. Bring feet together, hands by thighs. Straight leg. Raise them to 90 degrees. Now engage your core, press your palm, lift your legs further up. Allow your hands to support your back. And do the final portion. Hold here, 2 deep breaths. And exhale. Go to block. Now gently come back. Release your trunk, bring your hands down. Slowly, slowly bring your hip down. Without jerky move, engage your core. Slowly, slowly bring your leg down. And relax. Now we'll do counter stretch. Place your both hands underneath your buttock. Slowly, gently press your elbows, point your toes, lift your chest up And allow your crown to come on the floor, on the mat. Just furthermore, and maintain here for 2 deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breathing up, lift your head, chin to chest, and release. Relax. Now slowly, gently bend your knees. Lift your knees to your chest, hug your leg. Pull your knees to your chest, lift your head up. Hold for 2 deep breaths. And breathe out. Place your feet by your buttock, hands to your heels. Press your feet and lift your lower back up. And hold here for 2 deep breaths. 1, 2, breathe in and breathe out. Relax. Last twist. Fold your leg, arm, shoulder level. Twist to your right side and look your left side. Feet over each other. Inhale, center. Twist your left and look right side. Inhale, center. One more round. Twist your right, look left side. Inhale, center. Twist your left and look right side. Inhale, center. And relax. Finally, we will go for relaxation, guided relaxation. So please lie down in Shavasana with legs apart 1.5 feet distance, arms apart about 1 foot distance from your hip, and close your eyes, close your mouth, allow your body to relax. Surrender your whole body to the floor. Totally relax. Let your muscles melt on the floor like ice. Relax. Totally relax. Beautifully relax your whole body and have a glance of your whole body to head, head to toe. Relax your whole body completely. If you find any tightness in any part of your body, you can have gentle movements and give auto suggestion to that part. Move that part a little bit to make it feel comfortable. Make sure you are relaxing totally. Slowly, gently bring your awareness to your feet. Visualize your toes and relax your toes. Visualize your feet. Relax your feet. Visualize your ankle and relax your ankle. Visualize your calf muscles. Relax your calf muscles. Visualize your knee joints. Relax your knee joints. Visualize your thigh muscles and relax them nicely. Visualize your buttock, pelvis and hip. Relax them nicely. Totally Now bring your awareness to your abdomen. Visualize your abdomen. Observe your abdomen movements. While inhaling, abdomen expanding. While exhaling, abdomen contracting, sinking. Relax your abdomen totally. Bring awareness to your chest. Feel your chest movements. Chest muscles are expanding and contracting as you inhale and exhale. Loosen your chest muscles and relax it nicely. Now beautifully shift your awareness at your lower back. Relax your lower back muscle. Release tension. Let go the tightness. Allow them to feel comfortable. Visualize your middle and upper back. Loosen all the muscles of your spine and back. Relax them nicely. Relax them nicely. Visualize your shoulders and upper arms. Relax them. Let go tension in your shoulders and arms. Visualize your elbows and forearm. Relax them. Loosen tension from your fingers and palm. Relax them nicely. Totally relax. Now bring your awareness at your neck. Visualize your neck and neck muscles. Relax them. Visualize your face and all the muscles of your face. Relax them. Relax your forehead, eyebrows. You may have a beautiful smile to relax your all face muscles. Visualize the crown of the head and back of the head. Relax them nicely. All the muscles of your head are relaxed. The entire head is relaxed. Now have a glance of your whole body at a time. Visualize your entire body and relax. Totally relax. Totally relax. Take 2 deep breaths. Breathe in. Feel you are receiving cosmic energy in your body. Breathe out. Let go all worries, tension, stress. Feel lightness in your body. Breathe in. Energize your entire body and mind. Breathe out. Let go all the stuff from your mind. Let go all your thought. Feel lightness and relaxation. Breathe in. Feel energy coming into the body. Each and every cell, tissue, organ system, and entire body is nourished with this cosmic energy. Breathe out and feel freedom from all physical, mental, and emotional stresses. You are free. You are healthy. You are happy. Remind yourself that you are totally healthy, happy, and relaxed. Now we will end the session. Slowly, gently move your toes and fingers. Allow your body to wake up. Allow your muscle to wake up by gentle movements. Your fingers, toes, feet and hand, leg and arm. Beautiful inhalation. Bring your feet together. Stretch your arm on top of your head. And slowly and gently turn to your right side. Stay in the linear position. Let your right arm perform roll up low. And when you are ready, gently take hand support and get up nice. Get up and sit in a comfortable meditative posture. Sit in a comfortable meditative posture with closed eyes and observe the changes taking place in your body, in your breath, in your mind. In this 45-minute session, your body, mind and breath work together. Feel the effect. Feel changes. But at the same time, observe them from yogic perspective, which is be equanimous. Whether you feel pleasant sensation, changes, effect, or unpleasant, observe them being equanimous as it is. As the nature of these sensations is temporary, they appear and disappear. Let us remain equanimous, and that is the key of yoga. With this, we will end today's session with 1 Om 3 Shantis. Join your palms together. Bring your Namaste Mudra in front of your heart chakra. Let this prayer emerge from your bottom of heart. Breathe in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from diseases. May all beings see what is good and auspicious in others. May no one suffer. Oh, peace, peace, peace. Beautiful. Rub your palms together and apply on your eyes. Feel the transformation of this invisible energy into your system, apply your face and whole body. Exhale, fold forward. Salutation, surrender to Almighty. With deep inhalation, come back. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Dhanyavada, Kuldeep ji, for such a beautiful session. I'm sure all of us who attended this recognize the value of what you have just shared. Because as I was watching it, I was thinking that this is not just a session that one will do on one day like that, but for all aspiring Hatha Yoga practitioners and who want to become teachers. I think your session was a very model one to help them know how to give the instructions, how do you demonstrate it in a way that is very perfect. I was eyeing all your perfect angles. So I think a lot of all your practice is very easily recognizable through your work here. So thank you very much. I invite all the participants to really benefit from this essential stretch for Hatha Yoga session that Kuldeep ji has just taken us through. And we are very fortunate that these recordings, so many people are asking about the recordings. So these recordings will be available. Either you can like our Indica Yoga page, and through that you will have access to these videos. Unless there is a technical snag, we are live streaming all these sessions. So if you have friends who are unable to attend, please ask them to join these live sessions either via Facebook or via the Zoom link. And the third place that you can join is on the YouTube, where if you look under Global Festival of Yoga Celebrating Wellness, these recordings will be available there. So please make the most of these recordings that are there. I mean, it's a very precious repository that we are also creating via this Global Festival of Oneness, where we are trying to actually also reach out to a variety of practices that reflect the different dimensions of yoga practice. It's not just about Hatha Yoga, but the various dimensions. As Sri Aurobindo says, all life is yoga. So we are trying to bring that. And with these, Kuldeep ji, there were a few questions for you that I would like to ask you. So somebody said that, Prabhuji said that I'm doing yoga for the past 3 years, doing meditation regularly and for someone, if you do long hours of deep meditation, the Kundalini will awake for family holder and will not become. So the question was not very complete, but he's basically saying that with a lot of practice and all, then the Kundalini Shakti is awakened. So do you have any comments on that?
It's a good question. I would say please do not keep this thought of like Kundalini will awaken or will not awaken, because we have no any experience how Kundalini is and what happens when it awakens and does not awaken. I would say you be equanimous, whether you feel anything happening in your body through the practice, like you feel somebody saying it is Kundalini awakening or something else is happening. Anything is possible when you practice yoga, but remember it is only possible when you really feel that yogic change happening, when the personality get transformed from animal nature to human nature, human to superhuman, superhuman, divine to divinity. That unfolding of personalities, when it happens, you will see changes, and those changes will not disturb you. It will be benefiting many more people around you. There is nothing to worry about what is going to awaken or what is going to sleep. Please do not even keep this kind of thought in your mind. Just accept whatever is coming in your yoga journey, accept it, and be equanimous is the best key I will give you. Whether it is giving you a good feeling, a bad feeling. If you have bad feeling quite often, you please consult with your some higher master who might have experience in this. Okay? Possibilities are there, but we don't have really experience what and how that happens. So better to practice. If you're practicing from that perspective, then you should seek a right guru, right teacher who has experience in this, not the bookie's experience or knowledge, but real experience. Otherwise, keep this theory aside. Just practice. Be balanced in the mind and body level and progress day by day.
Kuldeep ji, thank you for that very simple answer for a complicated question. So we have Deepika Bharadwaj who wants to know that can we do spine stretching with having lower back pain?
Spinal stretch, vertical stretch, lateral stretch are good. Even the back stretch means bending or arching back is also good. Forward bend should be avoided. Okay, you can stretch means elongating your spine. You can bend lateral, you can bend back. But remember, forward bend should be avoided. Jerky movements in the practice like Ashtanga, you jump back and forth, should be avoided. And any kind of acute bend should be avoided. Like Chakrasana, Paschimottanasana, those are acute bends. Those will not be suitable during the back pain.
Kuldeep ji, there was another question that was saying that there are some of the postures that you were showing are a little different from what probably Ramdev ji shows. So is there any use of these positions, and can we get a copy of postures? So I think it's just basically that how do you explain these differences of postures that are also considered conventional and yet we see variations? So what is your understanding of that?
So we know that from Hatha Yoga Pradipika we have only 15 postures, and we know that many postures have been developed on base. The base is Hatha Yoga, right? We know many variations have been created for the sake of giving more and more stretches to those parts of the body which are not involved in some of those asanas which are difficult and many people cannot perform. For example, Mayurasana, Shirshasana, many people cannot do those postures. So to compensate those strong effect of those postures, we do replace by some of the variations of postures.
Thank you once again. There are quite a few questions, so I will try and ask them to you quickly so that we can also get maximum people listening to what you have to share. So here they said that are there any stretch that you would specifically suggest for warming up the knees?
Warming up the knees, yeah. So you can do it in the sitting position, which is like flexion extension of the knee and the knee loosening by circular movement, clockwise, anti-clockwise, and sitting in Vajrasana. These are the couple of practices that you can do repeatedly to loosen and warm up your knees.
Yeah. So this question, thank you. This question was from Archana ji, and now another one from Vinita ji, where she says that sometimes we do not feel like doing the physical Hatha Yoga practice every day. And should we still push ourselves to practice every day or change to a more slower relaxing session on those days?
This is body's tendency. Okay, this is body's tendency. It never like anything which is coming to put efforts. Whenever there is something about efforts, body feel lazy. No, it's enough. Yesterday I did. It will make a lot of excuses. But believe me, you need to give a little push. Okay, if you cannot afford like 1 hour practice, just practice 10 minutes, 15 minutes, so that your regularity is maintained. Okay, we have two types of cells in our body: active and inactive cells. Active cells, which we take action from in our day-to-day life. Dormant cells are there, which are not very active. So when we practice yoga, they also start working and they cry. You would have noticed after practice, you feel aching. The aching is nothing but crying of those cells which are dormant sleeping cells. They start waking up. And believe me, if you continue 3-4 days, those cells will also participate in your work. And then you can see your endurance, muscular endurance, your stamina, your energy level, everything will improve. So please do not give up. Satu Dirghal Nirantara Satkar Setu Dridha Bhumi, Patanjali said. Yoga has to be practiced regularly, uninterruptedly, and for the long time. Then only the success happens. And yoga is all about practice.
A follow-up question quickly to that was, how many hours of practice do you recommend for a serious practitioner?
Serious means what?
Somebody who wants to reach your standards of practice, your standards of levels of...
Can be achieving posture. So I used to practice 2 hours because for advanced posture and to achieve those difficult postures, 1 hour takes for warm-up. So I would suggest you keep 2 hours practice time, 1 hour for warm-up and 1 hour for your practice, asanas practice.
There's another, thank you for that. Another one, quick one. It says that, can you help by advising few relaxing exercises or diet for sciatic nerve? Sometimes on prolonged yoga practice, it gets stretched and relaxing becomes a little difficult.
Yes. If anybody has sciatica issue, I will demonstrate quickly 1 or 2 posture. You can do this to relieve your sciatica. So first of all, bend your knees, bring your left foot on the right thigh close to the knee and hold your thigh from the right thigh from below and just pull it to your chest. This will help to release the pressure from your sciatic nerve and it will feel better. So this you can do both sides. And then third, if you feel better after this, then you should lift your leg further up and stretches further down. So this is stretch where the nerve compression is happening, that will release.
Hello?
These are the two best practices for sciatic nerve.
Uh, yes, Kuldeepji. So one other one, and we'll have to wrap the session up because there are questions that are coming and everybody's been inspired by your session. So there are some practical questions also coming up, like very quickly, which asana is suitable for balancing our glands? What are the types of diets that can be followed from morning till night? So if you answer these, I will end with the last personal question that was here for you.
So one thing is to balance endocrine glands, right? So to balance endocrine glands, we need to recognize whether the endocrine glands are hyperactive or hypoactive. Okay, because the practice Hatha Yoga practices are a little bit different for both the cases. For example, if you have hyperthyroidism and hypothyroidism, so you need to modify practices. But the best way is you do very simple stretches and do with holding and with the deep breathings. And every posture, do not do the way I did today. I went through every posture after posture. You should do in the way like Hatha Yoga is supposed to be. You inhale, you do the posture for 30 seconds and relax for 30 seconds or even more than that. So stimulation, relaxation will help to establish that balance. And another thing is end with a beautiful relaxation, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and also do balancing breathings like Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama is the best pranayama that you can do 4 times a day, early morning, afternoon, evening, and before sleeping. And go for as many rounds as you can. That is the best remedy for all disorders related pertaining to your endocrine system. And another thing, diet should be I mean you should eat before your practice, not don't practice after. I mean, what did I say? You should you should eat after practice, not before. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm also rushing, huh? So your practice should be empty stomach. And when you practice, there are chances that you will feel more hunger, more appetite. So do not end up with eating too much, okay? Otherwise, that will lead to tamasic state of your mind, and it will hinder your practice. It will obstruct your practice. Next time, you will not get motivation in practice. So remember, Bhagavad Gita said, युक्ताहार विहार से चेष्टस्य कर्मसु युक्त स्वप्नाम बोधस्य योगो भक्ति दुर्गा. You need to follow that moderation. Okay, moderately have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Have 3 times food, no problem. You're gonna still get what you want to from the practice. Thank you. Any other question?
Last one, Kuldeepji, a personal one connected to the fact of how you managed to look so youthful. So do you have a secret tip on that one for the audience?
Actually, I never take any stress. I am kind of happy-go-lucky, I mean, man. I always take everything with a pleasant mind and very normal way. Like I don't take stress from anything, what has happened, what is happening, what will happen. I try to remain equanimous in all the situations, in all the events that happen in our life. So maybe it's helping.
I think that was a brilliant note to end in. So please don't stress yourselves in these times, which are externally very stressful. So Kuldeepji, do you have any last message to give them?
I would say I've learned this through my previous trainings, Swami Shivananda, and many more places where I have been for my yoga trainings. And I learned one very beautiful quotation, which is also from Swami Vivekananda and Swami Shivananda, that you be good first, you be healthy first, then all the things that you do will be good, and that will be the best, because everything starts from the self. So be good, do good, and be happy and make happy. Thank you so much.
I think that was a very, very beautiful note to end on. And your training as a yoga therapist, as well as and yoga consultant, yoga therapy consultant, as well as a lead trainer, is going to benefit many who are going to watch this particular video. We've had friends from Switzerland, Belgium, across the globe who have expressed their appreciation for what you have shared here. So thank you very much. And with these words, I would just like to make a few announcements for the participants that we have all the programs that are listed on Indica Yoga's website on the events page. So please look at the events page and you will see the next program that is coming up. Here we have the next program by by Shraddhalu Ranadeji, who's a scholar and educator from the Sri Aurobindo Ashram. His talk this evening from 7 to 8 is on integral well-being through yoga. Shraddhaluji was also one of chief guests of the inaugural program and a very well-known speaker across the globe. So do attend this session because you will have a very enlightened mind once you complete it. And so thank you very much for attending this. We would now like to just close the session with a video that has been specially choreographed for a dance video being choreographed by Rukmini Vijay Kumar for the International Yoga Day called Namami Yoga Vidye. It's about the salutation to the divinity, the goddess of yoga knowledge, who helps us to awaken to our real selves. So with these few words, please have a look at the video, stay back for the video, those of you who can. Heartfelt namaste to Kuldeep ji.
Thank you, Dr. Anuradha Didi and Chandra ji, Indica Group, and all the participants for your wonderful active participation in the session. And I'm really happy to be part of this beautiful festival. Thank you so much, everyone. Namaste.